Hey everybody, it's Coach Arnold. Welcome to the channel where we encourage, celebrate, and champion bivocational leaders. So what does it mean to be a bivocational leader? And how do these leaders recognize if they have this specific calling on their lives? Here's how I define a bivocational leader. A bivocational leader is a leader who operates at high levels in both their professional career and their spiritual assignment. They're not just individuals who have a good job or volunteer in service-oriented areas. They are key leaders who have been assigned important roles in multiple organizations. They have found a way to align their professional goals with their spiritual mission. As a result, they live a life of intentional impact and ultimately fulfill their calling. Traditionally, a bivocational minister was a pastor who took on a job outside of their ministry. The purpose was so that they could support themselves financially. It was a means to an end. The bivocational leader feels a deep connection to their industry. They are creators and find great joy from creating solutions that drive financial rewards in the marketplace. They feel called to engage in the marketplace and are driven by a sense of purpose. Bivocational leaders are effective because they deliver outcomes. Their leaders place them in significant roles with the expectation of them delivering results and not based on how they allocate their time. Those who have appointed responsibility to bivocational leaders in both their professional and spiritual assignments are excited to trust these assignments to these leaders. It is my assertion that leaders have to be called to bivocational leadership. Some may sense that they have a specific call from God. Others may have a desire to use their spiritual gifting in non-spiritual environments. But even though there's a desire and a general calling, it doesn't necessarily mean that a person has a specific call to bivocational leadership. To understand bivocational leadership more deeply, it helps to distinguish between a general calling, your specific calling, and your vocation. What is a calling? A calling is a spiritual phenomenon where an individual becomes aware that their life has a specific purpose. There's something specific that they need to do as part of living in the world. You can think of a calling as an awareness, a responsibility, or a drive. So that is a general calling. Your calling, however, is the point where you move from a general awareness to a specific mission. It's when you accept and define what you are here to do. A general calling becomes your specific calling when you embrace it, articulate it, and dedicate yourself to it. You recognize how your talents, your unique giftings, your past experiences, and your personal history have shaped and directed you to do what you're called to do. You understand how all of these elements have converged to position you on a predetermined path that you no longer wish to deny or avoid. Your vocation is how you choose to apply your specific calling. It's where you decide to plant yourself, whether that's a particular industry, organization, or a field. Your vocation is the application of your specific calling to a predefined opportunity or a predefined people. Your vocation is a choice that moves you in a certain direction. Your vocation is the field that you've chosen to plant your specific calling into. And as long as you are engaging your faith in pursuit of your calling, God is able to lead you to the path of where you ultimately are supposed to be. In bivocational leadership, these three elements, your general calling, your specific calling, and your vocation, align beautifully. They come together in a way that allows you to make lasting differences across different roles. One of the most powerful steps on this journey is to accept your uniqueness as a bivocational leader. Each step towards embracing your uniqueness empowers you to define the impact that you are called to make. It allows you to fully appreciate the journey that God has led you on, the unique preparation that you've had, and the way your gifts and experiences come together to make you who you are. Let me tell you a little about my own journey in bivocational leadership. A few years ago, I was pastoring a non-denominational church while also at the same time serving as a senior manager for a Fortune 100 company. Both of these roles were fulfilling, challenging, and demanded my best. I felt God was using me in both spaces and in very unique ways. As time went on, I began to sense that my season in that specific pastoral role was coming to an end. I had achieved the impact that I had set out to make in that specific chapter of my calling. Yet I knew that God wasn't done with me. There was more work that I needed to do and more people that I needed to support. God wanted to use the grace and the skills that I had developed in me for an additional purpose. There was a desire in me to leverage the things that I had learned, and I realized that I wanted to prepare solutions to help others who might be on a similar journey. This realization led me to coaching bivocational leaders. It's important to acknowledge that bivocational leadership comes with challenges. Sometimes you may wonder if you've lost your spiritual edge, or you may feel overwhelmed by the demands of your roles. You might find it hard to say no, thinking that every opportunity is a responsibility that you must take on. Now, these are real struggles, and they are part of the journey. But here's the good news. These challenges are also opportunities for growth. They are reminders that you are on a path of purpose and that God's strength can meet you right where you are. Bivocational leadership unites your faith, purpose, and impact into every aspect of the lives of those that are called to do it. It provides the opportunity for the bivocational leader to align their professional goals with their spiritual mission. The most important benefit of living a life of impact is that you ultimately fulfill your spiritual calling. I want to leave you with this encouragement. Being a bivocational leader is a gift. It's a unique calling that not everyone can fulfill. It's a calling that requires courage, commitment, and grace. Embrace your journey, knowing that you have a purpose that brings light and impact to both your professional life, your spiritual assignment, and to those that you're called to reach. Make sure that you are preparing yourself for this adventure that God has called you to. Look for information, for resources, and coaching that connects you to your calling. The world needs more bivocational leaders, more people who are willing to bring their faith and their influence into every sphere of their lives. If you know other bivocational leaders that need encouragement or simply need to recognize their call to bivocational leadership, please share this video with them. If you are that leader, then please like and subscribe to this channel. Remember this, I'm Coach Arnold. You are a bivocational leader. You are a champion, and I'm your biggest fan. I'll see you next time.